back to my channel. I know it's been quite a while since I've made a video. Please excuse me. I was out of the country. I actually went to Japan. Yay! And it's been very, very rough and tough for me to get back into the groove of things. So I've been in such a huge depression because I didn't want to come back. I wanted to stay. And it was funny because the lady at the front desk was like, well, I've got a shredder in the back if you want to shred your passport. But I didn't do that. I had to come back. Anyways, I'm sad to say I did not vlog this trip. And I'm so sorry that I wasn't able to bring you guys along in real time. But I did take quite a few pictures, and you know, it's my first time in the country, and I was just in awe at the fact that I was there, that I really didn't want to be bothered with recording. But I do plan on returning, and this time I will make sure to even record a couple of snippets here and there for you guys to see in a different video. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna recommend checking out my social media, which is listed below, and check out the pictures that I took. I pretty much have a bunch of them up on my Facebook, so I would definitely recommend you check it out to see the things that I went and saw over there. It was just so magical. Magical! I've had people ask me why Japan, and honestly, like, I can't give an answer that I feel they would be happy with. I feel like just saying because I like it or it interests me to go there isn't enough for most people. But of course, the first thing that pops into your mind is an anime fan. You know, are you an anime fan? Of course I am. And that's not just mainly the reason why I wanted to go. It's not just because of the anime, partially because of it. I wanted to go see it. I wanted to check it out and experience a new country, different culture, and it was very, very different. I was gonna try to write down like everything that I saw that shocked me, I guess, that they didn't have or that they did. But I'm just gonna go ahead and throw everything as much as I can remember in this video. And of course, if you have questions or you feel like you want to add something, put them down below. We're always watching, we're always listening, and I try to get to you as fast as possible. So I stayed in Shinjuku, which is part of Tokyo, and when I booked it at the time, I didn't really know what it was like, pretty much. I just wanted to stay in a place that was affordable and that wasn't too far from all the other places I wanted to check out. I wanted to go to Sensoji Temple, I wanted to go to Harajuku, I wanted to go to Shibuya Crossing, I wanted to go to Yoyogi Park, and I also wanted to go to Akihabara, of course, the otaku mecca of it all. So I wanted to make sure that I found a place that was not too far from there, and Shinjuku seemed to be the place that I chose. I just happened to come across a pretty good deal for a hotel, and I went ahead and booked it. And the place we stayed at is called the Citadines Shinjuku, and I will have their information below. The thing that I was really kind of scared about was taking the trains over there, because I happened to watch plenty of videos of people that live out there, or videos on like how to use the train over there, how to use the ticket machines, but it's not until like you're there that you fully understand or finally get how to use it. So when I would see the map on the wall, when people would show it, I'd get scared. And then when I did get there, when we finally went into the train station, I did panic a little, because I was like, oh my god, there's so many numbers. And I mean, they did have English and Japanese, so it's not like I couldn't understand as far as reading it. It was just complicated looking, like too many lines with numbers. And anyway, we figured it out. We also did get the help of a very, very nice information man that works there, because I guess every gate that you put your ticket in, there's also nearby a little mini office where you can go talk to somebody if you have a question or if you need help with something. So there was always somebody available, and they did try to help you the best they could. I will say that they don't publicly speak English. If they do know how to speak English, they will not speak it. Like, I didn't see anybody or hear any Japanese people that were vocal about their English if they did know any English. It was Japanese only if you approached them and obviously you ask in English, they spoke back the best they could. So that's the second thing that I was kind of like weirded out about, not weirded out, but like kind of freaked out about, because I don't know any Japanese. I'm not fluent. I can't read it. I just know like basic words and greetings. So I was praying that I could get by with just that. But surprisingly, it was very easy to communicate with people, and there were people that spoke English, and it wasn't very hard really to get around and buy stuff and do things. They were very nice. So that, I'm telling you, I had a really, really nice experience. And on top of that, I loved going there. I wanted to be there. So that was just like the cherry on top, because everybody was so nice to me. So that's definitely going to stay in my mind, because now I know how to use the trains. I'm gonna tell you an experience we had though. So there's a ticket machine almost like it put at random places in the station. Obviously, if you've never used it before, you don't know like which one to go to. You assume, like me, I assumed it could be any of the ticket machines. You could purchase your ticket for the lines, that's what they call them, the different trains, the different tracks. For every different line, you have to purchase the tickets. So in one instance, when we felt confident that we knew what the hell we were doing, even though we had been purchasing tickets fine on our own, we did happen to purchase tickets for this particular line at a machine that was conveniently located for us. Okay, it was right there. We're like, let's just buy the ticket, and we looked at the map and everything, and we felt that that was the right ticket to buy. But I remembered in my research, because I did thorough research, or the best I could before leaving. This is my little notebook with these tabs. I wrote down the places I wanted to go see, how far they were, how much it cost to take the train. Google Maps is amazing if you're gonna do that, like go out of the country and want to be prepared. So anyway, I remembered that the ticket cost $170, but in this particular machine it said $280. So I was a little like, I don't think this is the right one, but we didn't know, and we were like, we gotta go because we don't want to waste time. So we bought it. We followed the signs, because there's plenty of signs, to the line that we wanted to take. And when we got there, the ticket wouldn't let us pass. And we went to the information man, which this guy didn't seem like he was in a good mood. Like, he probably didn't want to deal with foreigners. Like, come on, you guys are idiots. You know, people have their days. So he wasn't much help. He just said no, which we're like, no what? Right? But again, like, we didn't want to start anything or fight or, you know, argue or whatever. But we did notice there was another machine there, and we were like, should we get another ticket? Like, what do we do? Because he wasn't much help, and there weren't really any other people around like that worked there to help us. So I was like, you know what? Screw it. Let's just buy another ticket. Well, it turned out that that ticket was the price that I remembered the ticket should cost. And printed it out, bought it, got it, put it through, let us pass. So the moral of the story, children, is if you ever go to Japan and take the metro, make sure to purchase the ticket of the line that you want to take at the machine closest to the entry gate for that line. Because if you buy it at a machine that's farther away from it, it's gonna give you the price for a totally different line, I guess, or route, whatever. I don't know, but that's what we ended up doing, and we learned our lesson. We're like, okay, now we need to just make sure that we buy the ticket for the right line closest to the gate so we don't run into this mistake again. And we didn't. We did it just fine. So there was at the beginning of the trip when we were taking the metro where we had to pay a price adjustment because again we were learning the train, you know, what to take, what to pay, how much, all that stuff. And we stayed on the line up to the station that we wanted to go to, but apparently when we bought the ticket we bought it for a different station, like for a different stop. So we went past the stop we were supposed to get off of. And when you do that, you end up having to go pay the difference at a machine, and it prints out a ticket and you go through and everything's fine. Like everything has a nice flow to it, if that makes any sense. Even walking on the street, like we're used to walking on the right side here when you're on the sidewalk, but over there it's the left side. If you're going like that way, it's on the left, whereas to here it's on the right. And it's just like if you're walking the wrong way, everyone like moves. It's just organized. I don't know, it just flowed nicely. We didn't have problems. I just really loved it. I can't express how much I loved it and how much fun I had. I just love the fact and the feeling of being in a different country where I really don't speak the language, but they did have English signs here and there and people still helped us out, but it still felt like I was on an adventure, which is really cool. I'll probably make like smaller videos about our stay and just get into more detail because the video is a little bit long and I don't have that much memory, but I did want to come on here and just talk to you a little bit about my trip. Maybe you have some questions that I didn't get to cover, which really didn't answer that much. I'm just blabbering about the trip, but if you do have questions, please help me out so I can make the other video and talk more in depth about each area. I'm definitely gonna make a video per place that I visited so I could go into more detail and yeah, just simply talk about it. I'm definitely planning on going again next year, starting to save my money now. Thanks you guys, I just wanted to stop in and say hi. I'm still alive. I'm just trying to adjust back to reality because I just had so much fun over there and I wish I could be there right now, but I'm not. But I am making sure to save to go again next year because I want to explore a lot of different areas that I didn't get to see this time around. Alright, I love you guys. Please leave me questions down below. I really want to answer them in the next video, and I'll make sure to give you guys a shout out in that video for whoever leaves me questions. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.